back to what I call the rusty Jeep. The owner calls it the Survivor. It is a Survivor. Anyway, it's at his house. It was running great. Then it left him sitting a couple times somewhere on the property. So we changed the points. We changed the cap, changed the rotor, and all was well. If you can see any of this. Then he drove a little bit more. A couple days, it would just leave him sitting. As in, it would run, die, and just crank, never start. Some days it would fire up again the next day, some days not. So, fails when hot. It's got to be the coil. Except, using the power probe, which is something I'm going to do a video about some other day. Wonderful tool. We got 12.2 at the battery. With the key on, we'd have, turn the key on. Key on. We have the ballast resistor power in, 11.5. Power out, 7. But we were getting the same. We were getting 11.5 in, 11.5 out. And then we were getting 11.5 at the positive side of the coil. And right now it's 6.6. Negative side of the coil, right now it's showing 0.5 because the points are closed. It was showing 11.5 no matter what. Whatever battery voltage was, it was showing that. I could test down here. That says 0.2 right now. Same thing this says. 0.2. I was getting 11.5, 11.5, 11.5 everywhere. But then sometimes while I'm probing, all of a sudden it would go to 0.2 or to 3.5. When I did that, put the cover plate back in, put the rotor on, put the cap on, fire right up. Could not figure it out. I was convinced the ballast resistor. It's got to be the ballast. It should be have a voltage drop. It's got to be the ballast. I hot water around the ballast. No problem, no change. 11.5, 11.5, 11.5 everywhere. Okay, does it when it gets hot. So it's got to be the coil. Swapped out another used coil. New coils are not the best in the world these days. So this was a known good one from the Jeep. Got to be a short in the coil. It causes 11.5 on both sides because the negative side should only be intermittent power or voltage. Swapped out coils, same thing. But when I probed around down in here with the points, every now and then on this piece, I get 0.1 there, 0.1 there. Sometimes I get, when I was low like this, I put it together to work. And then it'd run for about 2 or 3 minutes and die. I researched, I Googled, early CJ5, I did everything I could to think of something to fix this. The points are new, they got right gap. Finally it came down to, between this screw and that plate, and this plate underneath it, which is the base plate for the condenser, that screw was loose. I tightened that screw right there up, and now we got 0.2 down here. So since the ignition's on, put the cover plate back on. Put the rotor back on. So I do the cap on one-handed. Why not? It's clicked. Come on now. Let's see how strong I am. Okay. Using the power probe, we're going to jump the starter relay. Come on. Right. And it's been running off and on for the last 20 minutes. Idle down. Running great. So if you have an intermittent points problem, turn it back up to the work. Battery got run down some. I'm trying to get where it's close to. Trying to get the battery back up. It was kind of 11.5. Intermittent points problem. Do all your checks. We even changed the condenser twice, changed the points twice. Intermittently failed. That one screw, which I never touched. This is causing an open circuit.